Now this look kind of holds 2 tutorials in one, and that's why this video is going to be a little bit longer, but I hope that's okay with you guys. But to start off with the beauty part with this Elsa makeup, I'm popping in some blue contacts and applying the base. And remember that you want to go for a little bit more pale look, so if you can find something that makes you look a little bit more pale, for example a white powder, then that would be perfect. After that, I'm taking a purple eyeshadow pen and applying it onto the lids and blending it out with a brush. Now I'm picking up a shimmery purple shadow and applying it all over the pen. After that, I'm picking up a burgundy pinkish red shadow and working it into the crease. And then doing the same to the lower lash line. Now I'm taking a black eyeliner and lining the tight line and also along the upper lash line. And to make the eye appear bigger, I'm applying a black liner a little bit below the lower lash line and then a white eyeliner, sorry about that, a white eyeliner along the waterline and down towards the lashes, so you really exaggerate with the white. Then I'm applying some cute Disney feel lashes and my mascara. Now, of course, we cannot forget about the brows, so I'm just filling in them as well. To give my face a little bit more of a Disney princess feel, I'm dusting on some pinkish blush to my cheek. And that is pretty much my take of Elsa's beautiful makeup. Now you can either leave it like this and go as Elsa the Ice Queen, or move on to give her a more power went wrong frostbite SFX makeup. So to start that off, I'm taking a red cream makeup and applying it around my nose, my mouth, a bit around my eyes and a little bit on my chin as well. This will give the illusion that our thin skin is about to break of the cold and also create the base for the frostbite wounds. Then I'm taking a blue and purple shadow and going over the cream makeup. But make sure that you blend it out well so you won't get any harsh lines. You really want to work it in so it looks like the skin is like changing colors and yeah. If you get what I mean, you want it to look pretty dead. Now I'm taking some latex and applying 2 to 3 super thin layers to wherever I want to create the wounds. dried, I'm starting to pull up the latex a little bit and kind of rolling it aside so it looks like the skin is peeling off. Then to make it look like the skin around the wound is dying of the cold, I'm dusting on some black eyeshadow, and it is okay if this part isn't even because frostbites, they aren't even, they are pretty scabby looking and like gross, so just dust on some black too a little bit wherever. It's okay if it gets a little bit edgy. Now I'm just filling in the wounds with some of that red cream makeup.
The way you run, I love the way.
And I also decided to create another wound up on my cheek too, so that's what I'm doing here.
Never let you go. You love the way I touch your skin with mine. We're in the skies, I can't get much more higher. You love the truth, we have since we're the wild. And I will never let you go.
When you are this cold, your veins will actually start to pop and become more visible. So to create my veins, I'm using a light blue, green and purple water-based paint. Now you want to make them very faint so it looks like they're coming from underneath the skin. And to do that, I'm using a lot of water and a tiny bit of paint so I can like build it up if I want to without it being too much at once. And a little trick to that is to take a super thin brush and kind of dip it in a lot of water, a little bit of paint, and then try it on your hand first or wrist or something, so you see kind of how much paint and how much water you need to create a very faint line. When you are out in this much cold, you will actually start to leak a little bit from, well, from everywhere. So to make it look like really wet and sticky, I'm taking some Vaseline and applying it around my eyes, nose and mouth. Then to create the ice crystals around my face and make it look really frosty, I'm applying some latex to the parts where I want the ice to be, and then really quickly before it dries, I'm applying some salt crystals. And this is kind of optional, like how big you want the crystals to be. I'm kind of crushing them a little bit before applying them to the skin, but it really depends on how you want it to look and where you want it to be. So you can pretty much just take a little bit of latex and be really quick with applying the salt so it doesn't dry first, because then it will just fall off. Now to make the brows and lashes really frosty, I'm brushing through some white cream makeup. Then I'm also adding some Vaseline down my cheeks to make it more realistic. But yeah, that is pretty much the frostbitten part of this makeup. And now all you gotta do is to put on your wig and your costume and you are done with the makeup. I actually didn't have like a real Elsa wig, so I just took a blonde wig and created a normal braid because I thought that looked really cute too. And I also didn't have her Elsa dress, so I took an outfit from my wardrobe that was kind of having her colors and being really white and, you know, blue and cold and all that. So I thought that worked out too. If you don't want to spend that much on like a costume, you can just take something that you find perfect in your wardrobe. Then a little side to make it look like your finger has like, or your fingers has like died and about to fall off. I'm actually dusting on some black eyeshadow to them, starting from the tip where it's supposed to be like the darkest black and then fading it out downwards. And if you want, you can even add some salt crystals there too.
This new world is your home. I like it here.
Ryd. Ja men det gör du, vad fan jag ramlar ju.